everybody, it's Lindsay, and today we're going to talk more about bipolar disorder and things that I guess I've just learned throughout my life about bipolar disorder and how I've learned to cope with it. I guess mainly what I want to talk about in this video is triggers, or what I call triggers. A trigger to me is something that sets you off. Like the trigger on a gun, when you pull the trigger, the gun explodes. So, my triggers, I have a lot of them, and I feel like once you know your triggers and can figure out what sets you off, what are your triggers, then you can pretty much handle, or at least some people can handle bipolar without any sort of medication or stuff like that. I haven't been on medication for I don't even know how many years. And it's because I know what my triggers are, I know what sets me off, and so I try to, as best as I can, to stay away from the things that set me off. So, yeah, one of my triggers is a person in my life who I am related to. I'm obviously not going to say their name or who exactly they are that I'm related to, but they set me off a lot. And it's not even anything that they're doing specifically or saying. It's just, I guess you could call it a personality clash. It's just the way they are and the way they act and stuff. Sometimes it just, for some reason, is a trigger for me, and it sets me off, and it just makes me want to punch a wall. It's so bad. And so, so it's just, that's one of my triggers. I know another trigger is repeating myself constantly. Oh my god, that's starting to become a trigger, saying all the time. Ugh. But yeah, so one of my triggers lately has been repeating myself. My loving husband, I love you, lately every single time I say something to him says what. So it's very frustrating because all I'm doing, I feel like lately, is repeating myself, and it's getting annoying. It's getting annoying, and it's like a trigger, and it just makes me want to look at him and call him every name in the book and just be like, what are you, flippin' stupid? Why, I'm not talking in tongues here, like, why can you not understand me? And I know most of the time he's saying what out of just plain reaction. At this point, I think it's just become habit to say what after I say something. But it's just, oh my gosh, it's so annoying. I love you, honey. It's funny because he's sitting right over there and he can hear me. So I'm hoping maybe he'll hear it twice and it'll click something in his brain. But anyway, other triggers can be, people that you work with. Triggers can be something that somebody does. I guess another word for triggers, well, I guess not really another word, but you can kind of compare it to pet peeves. Those little things that people do that just drive you nuts. It's like with bipolar, you just have like a lot of them, or at least I have a lot of them, these little like pet peeves. I don't know if anybody's ever heard that term. So yeah, I guess that's kind of what you can compare them to. Just little stupid stuff that people do that can just instantly become a trigger and just sets you off and you just snap. My husband's told me I've been very snappy lately, and I know that it's because of him saying what all the time. And I've explained that to him, and I've told him that, and he knows and he understands. So it's definitely a communication thing. But yeah, I guess you could kind of compare them to pet peeves. Like I said, I guess that's another way to explain it. I'm just trying to figure out other ways to explain it. My internet is being trigger. My internet is being so mean and dumb that I want to punch the computer screen to death. 1 second it's connected, the next second it's not connected. Literally, it's seconds. It's like on, off, on, off, on, off. And I'm like, oh my God. So all the stuff that I said I was going to look up for you guys and try to figure out how to explain things better, I can't because of that. So, and it's just, whoa, so trigger right there. That's a good explanation, I think, or a good example. It just makes you so mad, and it's not even mad annoyed, it's just mad. You're just mad, and you want, like I said, I just want to punch the computer and pick it up and throw it out the window at this point. It's a trigger, and I know that. So it's like, I know that's a trigger, just like the what thing. I know that's a trigger. So it's like, you have to stop, breathe, and just be like, why is this a trigger? You have to literally ask yourself, why is this making me so mad? And stop and analyze it. This is making me mad because this is a trigger because. And you have to literally, I guess, communicate with yourself. Because if you don't know what's going to set you off, if you don't know what your triggers are, then in my opinion, how are you supposed to control it? Or at least have some type of control. This word, I swear. If I could just take it out of my vocabulary, it'd be great. But yeah, if you don't know what your triggers are, like I said, then how are you supposed to somewhat control it? Like, I stopped myself. I was really going to punch the computer screen. Like, I was so ready. And I was like, stop. Breathe. Why is this setting me off? Why is this making me so angry? It's a computer. Like, it doesn't have feelings. It doesn't have emotions. It doesn't know that it's being stupid. It just is. Like, it doesn't have, like, it has a brain, but it's like a technical, it's not like a human brain. So, I mean, why is it making me mad? It's making me mad because I can't look up the things I wanted to look up. Therefore, I feel like I'm not getting accomplished. Therefore, I do not feel like I'm moving forward with these videos. Therefore, I am stuck. And being stuck, being bipolar, is it's the most horrible feeling in the world. I find that 80%, if not 90%, of bipolar people that I personally talk to, if they do not feel like they are moving forward in life or moving forward in a situation, then they feel like they're not accomplishing anything in life, or they're not accomplishing what they want to get done. And that sense of accomplishment, I guess, is just, it's huge. Like, for some reason, it's like the biggest thing. And I found with 90% of bipolar people that I have ever talked to personally, is you want it all, and you want it all right now. Like, I wanted to get married, I wanted to get a house, I wanted to get a car, and I wanted to have babies. And I wanted it all to happen within like 2 minutes. Which is unrealistic. And you have to stop and think to yourself, like, this is not a real thing. You're not going to, in a, 2-month period, get your license. Me personally, get your license, get a car on the road. I mean, have a baby, have your own apartment, and and I want it all, and I want it all in like a month. And that's not humanly possible. It's not humanly possible financially. It's not humanly possible physically. It's not humanly possible emotionally or mentally. Like, and you have to just reality check. And it's so hard because I want it all so bad. And it feels like I'm not moving forward because I'm not accomplishing these things as fast as I want to. And I find that, like what I said, with 90% of people that I personally talk to, that's a serious issue. Not feeling like you're moving forward in life or you're not accomplishing things. You just feel stuck. And it's just, for some reason, not feeling like you're going forward and being bipolar is just gut-wrenching. And you just don't understand why it can't happen. It just seems like it's so simple. I mean, you block your ears if you're offended. You have sex, you get a baby. I mean, you get money, you get a car. You get money, you get an apartment. It just seems so easy when you say it, but to physically get it accomplished, it takes time. And that's another thing that I think, or at least I find that a lot of bipolar people have an issue with, is time. Everything feels like it takes forever. And it's just, I want it and I want it now. And I don't want to wait. Like, I'm only 23. I'm going to be 24 in November. And I want like 3 kids already. I want a house. I want the perfect car. I want, the perfect little yellow house with the white picket fence. And it's not realistic. It isn't. And it's just so hard to accept that mentally and emotionally. And it's just, I find that a lot of people with bipolar have the same issue. It's hard to accept time the way that it is. I don't know if I'm explaining that well. Yeah, I don't know if I'm explaining that well. But back to triggers. I know I'm jumping all over the place. Like I said, if you don't know what your triggers are, then how are you supposed to be able to somewhat control your emotions and yourself? I'm sorry, I have a sneeze and it's like stuck. I don't know when it's gonna come out. So I'm making all kinds of funny faces. I'm sorry. I wish I would just sneeze and get it over with. Oh, I think it's stuck. It's not gonna come out. But so it's just, I don't know. That's what I found with a lot of people, and you have to stop, like I said, and breathe and think to yourself as to why this is a trigger, why is this making me mad, and if all possible, walk away from the situation. Like, if you're with somebody else and they, you're getting mad and you're getting upset and they don't say, and you don't know why, or rather they don't know why, is what I meant to say, just look at them and be like, you know what? This is a trigger for me. Explain to them what the trigger is and say, I need to walk away right now. And whether your friends think you're insane or your family thinks you're insane or, the crowd of people you're around thinks you're insane, like, just walk away. Breathe. Take a second. Close your eyes. And just be in that moment of being annoyed for how long as you need to be and get over it. It's just, I'm annoyed, I'm mad, I'm paid off. Why am I mad? Why am I annoyed? I'm annoyed because this, and this. Okay. I know why I'm annoyed. I've assessed the situation. Now I need to calm down. And you breathe and you walk away. If that's going to help you calm down, you go listen to music, you have a cigarette. I mean, whatever your vice is. And just calm yourself down and come back. And, if necessary, apologize to the person that you were getting annoyed with. And just move on. You can't consume yourself every single day in the emotions of what you're feeling, because you'll never, I don't want to say you'll never get anywhere, but words. You'll feel like all you are 24/7 is a bag of emotions that you cannot control. And that's not fair to do to yourself. You have these emotions. It's not your fault. It's nobody's fault. You have this disorder. It is not your fault, and it's not anybody else's fault. You are not crazy. You just need to figure out why you're getting mad. Why is this a trigger? Assess the situation, calm down, come back, and apologize. You know, if apologizing is suitable for the situation. And I really don't know how else I can explain that. I get triggered and I get mad and I just sit there and I breathe and I'm just talk it out with myself. Whether you need to talk it out with yourself out loud or, you know, quietly in your own mind. I've talked myself out of being mad in the middle of Walmart. And a lot of times people look at me like I am just cuckoo insane, but you know what? I don't care what they think. I don't care if they think I'm nuts. I don't care if, you know, their opinion of me is lowered. Like, I'm never gonna see these people again. What do I give a poop? Like, no, I don't care about you. Right now, I care about me and why I'm mad and why am I annoyed. So I just talk myself through it, and I will talk out loud because I do not give a poop. Like I said, why am I annoyed? Why am I pissed off? And sorry. It's just, you just have to talk through it, and it makes yourself feel so much better when you stop and think, why? Just plain old why. And you can't just use the excuse, why? Because I'm bipolar. That's why I'm crazy. Like, I'm just gonna be crazy because I'm bipolar. I'm bipolar, and therefore I'm crazy, and I'm gonna do whatever I want. Like, no. So much no. That is not an excuse. You cannot use bipolar disorder as a crutch to get and do whatever you want and just say, well, I'm crazy so I can just be crazy. No, you're a person like everybody else in the world. You should have morals. Like, you can't just go and be mean and a crazy person just because you know later on you can use that excuse to justify it in your own brain. That's not fair. And it's wrong. On so many levels is that just morally wrong. But, yeah. Just, I've met people who have done that, and it just, needless to say, I'm not friends with those people anymore because I know that that is not right to do. It's just, how do you sleep at night knowing that you are the biggest jerk to that person for no reason, and your excuse and what you tell yourself is, well, I'm bipolar, so I'm crazy, so it's okay, I can get away with it. That's not, it's not right, and so I'm not friends with those people anymore, and if that's what you want to do, then that's what you want to do, but I'm not going to be a part of it. And it's just, it's just not right. It's not right, and it's not nice to do to anybody. So if you're doing that, I please ask you to, like, stop. Just stop. It's not right at all. And obviously you can't fix everything knowing your triggers and knowing what sets you off. And sometimes, yes, there have been times where I have a trigger and I know why I'm having the trigger, yet I'm still annoyed and you can't talk yourself out of it. And so you're just mad. And at that point, I am home a lot. So if I'm mad and annoyed and I have a trigger and for some reason I cannot talk myself out of it or assess it and calm myself down, at that point, you need to walk away and just be away. I will come downstairs into my room and I will shut the door and I will just lay in bed and close my eyes and just, like, breathe. Sometimes I even just fall asleep for 2 minutes. 'Cause it just, at that point you need to walk away. If you can't talk yourself out of it or talk yourself down from it or assess it and calm yourself down, then you need to walk away. Whether it's walk away to your car or walk away into, like, the back room at work and just breathe, or, you know, walk into the bathroom and just close yourself off into a bathroom stall and put your fingers in your ears and just make everything quiet and just make the world go away for a half a minute. Most of the time for me, it works. And if I'm sitting at the kitchen table and I have my eyes closed and my fingers are in my ears, everybody knows that I'm trying really hard to calm myself down. Because for some reason, I'm annoyed. And if I'm just annoyed all day, if I'm just being a crabbiness, I will stay downstairs all day because I don't want to snap at people or bark at people all day long. Like, it's not fair to do to them. I'm the one with the issue. I'm the one that's crabby. So why am I gonna be upstairs and just be crabby at everybody else all day? They didn't do anything. And I realize that's not feasible for a lot of people because a lot of people obviously work. You have to go to work every day. So even if you're having a crabby day, you still have to go to work. So just try to, I guess, as much as you can, I would say just sit at your desk or, sit at school and just as much as you can, just try to calm yourself down. And if you explain, a lot of people understand. If you just sit that person and explain to them, hey, if you ever see me sitting at my desk at school, or if you ever see me, sitting at my desk at work, or if I'm in the back room, or if, I've disappeared for a couple minutes or I've asked for a bathroom haul or whatever, then just realize at that moment that I am really mad and I'm really annoyed and I'm trying to calm myself down enough to get this work done, to move forward in the school day. And a lot of people, if you explain all that to them and be like, if I'm sitting there and I have my fingers in my ears and my eyes are closed, just leave me be for like 4 minutes and I will come back and be fine. But you really just need to give me that 4 or 5 minutes. And I know that seems like a lot of time. For me, it's usually 4 or 5 minutes. Some people I know can do it for like 2 minutes and they're fine. They just need to breathe, close their eyes, make the world quiet, and then they're fine. But a lot of times if you tell people that you work with or your teachers, they understand. Like, I don't understand why people think that nobody cares. People care. And if they don't care, well then you need to change your teacher. You need to find a teacher that cares. They will switch you. I had no problem switching classes in school in 6th, 7th grade or 5th grade, whatever. This one teacher, she just didn't understand, and so I went to the office and asked for a different teacher, and they switched me. It really wasn't hard. They're like, well, we'll switch you, because I explained to them what was annoying me. I need to do this in order to get forward in my school year. Like, if you don't want me to fail, then I need to do this. And if that is not okay with this teacher, then I need a teacher that is okay with. And whatever notes that I've missed or whatever, that's my bad, because I'm the one in the moment. So I will ask, one of my classmates or whatever that, hey, I missed that 5 minutes of notes. Can I copy yours? And a lot of times people understand, especially if you have friends that they understand. And I mean, at work, it's kind of like the same thing. I mean, if you have a boss that doesn't understand that and can't, doesn't understand it, I guess, I just want to say, then it's really hard with work because it's your work. And it's really hard to find anyone these days. So, I mean, the only thing I can think of to do is be like, well, if you don't understand this, then I don't know what to tell you, and just walk away and do it anyway, because other than that, I got nothing for you. I'm sorry, I don't work, so I really can't tell you how you could deal with that in the work aspect. I would just disappear to the bathroom, honestly. If it was me and I was in work and my boss didn't understand why I was doing this and was calling me all kinds of names and whatever, I would disappear to the bathroom and take like a half an hour bathroom break. Literally a half an hour, and just disappear. And it is what it is. You just have to do it, because if you don't, you're gonna end up being an emotional wreck for the rest of the day. And that's not okay. You can't let yourself get to the point where you're so mad and annoyed all day that you can't move on with your day. So yeah. I think that's pretty much it. I'm sorry I say that word so much. I don't know. It's a word. It's my go-to word. I'm just a person. I'm sorry this video wasn't very exciting or funny. I really want people to be able to understand bipolar, I guess, and understand their triggers and what sets them off, and that they need to just calm down. Is basically what I really wanted to get through on this video, and I hope that I did, and I hope you're not too confused. But yes, I think that's gonna be it for this video though today. I'm sorry this video is a day late. I honestly was just being lazy yesterday and didn't want to get dressed. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I just didn't feel like doing it. So I will sooner or later get that information for you that I said in my last couple of videos about the third bipolar disorder and stuff like that. Like I said, my internet is being super dumb right now, so I can't look up any information or anything. I could call my mom and stuff, so I think I'm going to do that tomorrow. So I am sorry about that. But I think that'll be it for this video. I hope you guys understood what I was trying to say, and I hope it helps people, because I just want to help. I don't know. I want to help. I'm sorry. I hope you guys have a better day. I hope this helps you to understand what you're going through, and hopefully doing the things that I've said to try to do will work for you, not is working for you. You haven't tried it yet. You haven't even seen the end of this. What the heck? So yeah, I will talk to you next Tuesday. I promise it'll be on Tuesday. Well, I shouldn't promise because I'm kind of a lazy person. But anyway, I will talk to you next Tuesday, my beautiful butterflies, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of the week. Mwah!